Hey, hello, June. How are you?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you, ma'am?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Great. So today we would be starting a very interesting series. We would be continuing basically learning about the automations and the triggers in the automations. And today the triggers that we're gonna cover up are basically the events trigger. So when we are in the automation in workflows, there are certain categories of triggers. So one of the category is contact trigger, the other is events, then appointment, opportunities, affiliate, courses, payments, Shopify, Facebook, IVR, communities, certificates. Those are the triggers that we're gonna go through. But today we would be only covering up the events group of the triggers, and that includes inbound webhook, call status, email events, customer replied, form submitted, service submitted, trigger link clicked, Facebook lead form, TikTok form, video tracking, number validation, messaging error, LinkedIn, funnel website, quiz, review, and prospect. So we would be going through each of these triggers in the automation, and I'm gonna wait for like 2 more minutes so everybody could join, and then we're gonna start these topic. Hopefully, we would be covering these today.
Awesome.
Thank you. Okay, finally, John also joined, and hey, Gia, how are you?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, John. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Great, great, great. So today's topic is basically automation workflow triggers, and today we would be covering up the category of events. So
Perfect.
just 1 more minute, and then I'll start. I'll share my screen, and then we'll go through each of the trigger to learn how to actually use them in our automations.
Thanks.
Excellent. Okay. There we go. Let's start. I think that is enough time for waiting, and let's start. So I'm going to share my screen. There you go. Let me put it on the top. And at any time, if you have any questions, please do unmute yourself and ask your question right away. So we would be, previously we covered these contact ones. Now let's talk about the events one. These are the triggers. When we click on the add new trigger, these are all the triggers that we use. So let's talk about the very first one, that is the inbound webhook trigger. And whenever you see a crown at the end of a trigger, that means it's a premium trigger, and every time it fires up, it will cost you a cent. Okay, so let's see what it is all about. And obviously, it's giving you that warning. It's a premium trigger. It will cost you some every time somebody is added through this trigger would be charged to you. So inbound webhook, that means a data is supposed to come up in here. Our data should come up in here. You have to fill in these values. You have to tell him what is your URL where you want to send the data or get the data from. And you can click on the mapping the reference, and you can, once that is correctly added, then you can map those fields in here. And once that is done, then what will happen? The data from sale process could be sent out of sale process to other software, or could be brought into sale process using this inbound webhook trigger. Okay, the next one, that is the one. Okay, the call status. So in here, what happens with the call status? There are different filters in here. There are 3 different filters. The first filter is the call direction. Is that incoming call or outgoing call? First thing first, let's assume that we are selecting incoming call. So any incoming call, now we have to tell it what is the status of the call. Was it busy because my line was busy, or was it canceled by me? Did I answer completely and the call was completed, or there was no answer, I didn't pick up the call, or there was a voicemail that was left by the customer on my telephone line that will be listenable in the conversation. So that would be the voicemail. So let's assume that if an incoming call is coming up and I have only one telephone number and my number is busy, then I want to send out an automatic message. Sorry, I missed your call. I'll be contacting you. I want to put a tag. I want to create a task for myself to actually reach out to the customer. In that particular scenario, the call status trigger would be used, the direction incoming and call status busy. You can also use multiple triggers in here, and you can select, if you have bought multiple numbers, you can select which number it should work on, because this is like the demo account number. So we're gonna select, we have only one number that we have in our account, so I selected that one. But if you have multiple numbers, you're gonna see a list of number in here, or if you have bought a number pool, you can select that in here, and that will start the automation. So let's say I want to select the number. This is my number. So if somebody calls on my number and the line is busy, that one is not for the WhatsApp. This is only for the local telephone number or the toll-free number that you purchase in the phone setup. Okay, so there you go. Okay, and as I was talking about, if somebody is making a call to my number and my number is busy, and I have told it which number it is, then I want to start the automation. This would be the trigger. Then I can put up some tags and an automatic message or voicemail that should be sent to the person whoever made that incoming call. Now this trigger has entirely different thing as well. If you are making the call, outgoing call, and then the call status is like completed. Now you made a call to a customer and the call was completed successfully. So what you are trying to do is you want to send out some automatic emails asking for the review of the call. Maybe it was a sale call, so you wanted that. In that particular scenario, the outgoing call and the call status completed would be used. So with these filters, you can start the automation with the call status trigger. There are other filters in here. Oh, this one particularly. Now in workflow, let me show you. In workflow, I selected like demo chat GBD, and then I'm telling it call status is no answer. For example, no answer, voicemail, and busy. So right now, this particular, the call status, one of my workflow is actually sending, creating an event to call, and it is sending a voicemail. And I am creating another workflow. If it is sending a voicemail and that is busy, or the voicemail, or there was no answer from the other end, then start the automation. And we have to tell it where is that event happening. It's not happening through the dialer. It is happening through a particular workflow or automation. So what should happen is we can select this and we can start the automation in that case. Next is, okay. I'm in the action, sorry. There we go. The next is email event. Now, email events. So we have sent an email to a customer, and now on the basis of what is happening to that email, maybe that email was bounced, or maybe that email was, there was a link in that email and the link was clicked, or a complaint was launched by the person who received our email, or the email was opened, or unsubscribe link was clicked within the email. We can start the email events trigger in those scenarios. So if our email was bounced and we want to keep our list clean, what I would do is, this is the most frequent one that I use, bounced and complaint. Those are the two that I usually use. Let me delete this trigger, email events bounced, and then I usually put up a tag, and tag usually is bounced or spam email. Yep, that is the one. And then I put a D&D action. This is the one that I do. And then I tell it enable for specific channel, and then I tell it, okay, just enable the D&D function for that particular person where our email was bounced or was reported as spam by the person, to keep our, oh, John is here. That's good. Okay, so to keep our list clean, this is one of those triggers that would be used in here. And so that way our email list or contacts would be rather more cleaned up, and the reputation of our email domain would not go down, because we are triggering the people to be added to D&D when they have bounced our email, or they might have reported as spam. Hey John, how are you, man? Where is, there we go. Let me bring you everybody in here. Okay. The next action, that next trigger that we're gonna talk about is, okay. Oh, this email. There we go. The next is customer reply. Again, this is a very important trigger, because that will fire up whenever anybody replies to our any message. So that message could be an SMS, or it could be an email, or it could be a WhatsApp. It could be any message, anywhere a customer replied. We can use this particular one. And now let's look at the filters. We can tell it in which reply channel it came from. Is it a call, chat widget, email, Facebook Messenger, GMB, Instagram, live chat, SMS, or WhatsApp? Or if we look at other, when the customer replied, does it contain any particular phrase that he he might have typed like, yes, for example, this is the phrase that I want. You might have typed subscribe. That's another keyword that he might have typed in the email that he responded with. Now, what will happen? It will start this automation, and now you can like uh, put him to the correct sequence and create that. Again, the next filter is doesn't have the tag or exact match phrase, has a tag, intent type. That is one of the very interesting one, the filter. Now, because he's replying to the message that we have sent to him, so what is his intention? Is he satisfied? Is his intention positive or negative? Did he say yes or no to our initial communication? In that sense, let's say we want to collect everybody who are positively responding to our messages. So what should happen with them? This would be your trigger customer replied, intent type as positive. Another filter in here that you're gonna see is reply to a workflow. The message right now, till now, all the filters that we have discussed are kind of like generic, and you can use them and it will trigger on the basis of that. But what if you want to start an automation which is based on a very particular message or very particular workflow where they are replying? You can start another workflow. In that case, customer reply and reply to workflow. You will be selecting the workflow in which they have replied, and then you can start an automation. This is the particular reason that I tell everybody to create simplified workflows rather than making them complex, because in customer reply, did he reply to the first message in that workflow or did he reply to the fifth one? We need to know that, and then we need to know his intent, that is positive. And let's say he replied to our email and we want to start the automation. We can create the automation in here like this. Okay, just give me 1 second. Okay, let's go to the next trigger. Customer reply is done. Now let's go to the next one, that is the form submitted. Now this one is the generic trigger where you have like opt-in form or any form the customer that has typed that filled the form and has submitted or clicked on submitted button. Then what should happen? In the generic form without the filter, anywhere in the system, any form is submitted, this will fire up. So to cater that, we need to tell it which form it is. Like, for example, it's a lead generation form. That's the one that we want to use. And the other filter in here is terms and conditions. Were there terms and condition, yes or no? You can select that filter. And on the basis of that, whenever somebody submits this particular form, this automation will start. And now you can start your automation on the basis of that. In the form submitted trigger, an interesting thing is, let's say we select the form, this one, and we tell it another filter is we want his age, the answer to be contains, no, not the contains, let's say is not empty. If he answered in this particular form and age question is not empty, then start the automation. If he did fill up the age question, then start the automation. Otherwise, don't start the automation. Now he has to submit the form and he has to answer to any custom question or custom field question that we have created in the system. You can select any one of these, and according to that, like let's say we want to select this question, and then we can tell it which option did he select, and on the basis of that start the automation. That way you can cater not only uh, what is his answer, and on the basis of that particular type of training or something you can set up that particular communication. Okay, June, is the terms and condition template already built inside? No, they are not built inside, but there is, let me show you in here. Let's go to forms and builder, and let's select one of the generic form, like lead generation form, for example. And in here, you have an option to terms and condition, TNC. Terms and conditions. Where is that? Yeah, let's
Just now you missed it. It's in the center row below city. Some more down, I think. Thought I saw it just now.
Oh, I might
Oh
have.
yeah, yeah,
There you
there.
go. There you go. So now what this is, basically this is the only thing where you can actually put the links. Like you can make these, add terms and condition 1 and 2. And basically this is normally required for the A2P registration that is done in the US, Canada. When you purchase the phone number, by default, you don't get the ability to send out the messages from the system to anyone. Now, to register your phone number, what it says that you need to create a terms and condition where the customer need to agree to these terms and condition uh, and give you the consent to send them the messages, and he has to put a check mark in here. How do we create that? Now, not only he has to agree to terms and conditions, so what are those? You can then highlight them and put a link in here like this, and you can type your terms and condition page, and the other one, the privacy policy page. So those are the two pages that the customer has to agree to that, and he has to give us the consent, and that is the particular condition in the form submission. If he has agreed to the terms and condition, if he has agreed, then start the automation. If he hasn't agreed, then start the automation. You might want to send them a reminder, please agree to that, and then start the automation. So in that particular scenario, that particular feature in here in the form creation tool, TNC, terms and condition, the element, that is another filter in here. Okay, let's go to next one. Which one was it? Form submitted. Okay, form submitted and survey submitted. They are kind of similar. Actually, three of these trigger are very similar: survey submitted and form submitted and quiz submitted. All three are like they have filled out something, and then on the basis of that they have submitted that, then you want to start the automation. These three triggers kind of work the same, except that when you look at in here, there are three different things the input data things that you can create a form, a survey, and a quiz. So all three of these trigger, form, survey, and quiz are kind of very, very similar. So in the survey submitted, there is an additional thing, and that is if he was disqualified or not. In the survey, you have the option to tell it if they answer to a particular question, just disqualify them. If they answer to any particular question, just qualify them. So in here, the filter is only different, is qualified, disqualified, survey is same, and again, terms and condition are same. The new thing in here is disqualification. If he was disqualified, don't add him to automation. If he was not disqualified, then add him to the automation. So that is the only filter that is different in the survey submitted. Okay, let's go to the next one. And the next one is trigger link clicked. Now, trigger link clicked is if you have created any trigger links in the automations, and you want to start your automation on the basis of that, you can use this trigger, but you have to tell it which trigger did the person clicked. So we have created this affiliate link. If somebody clicks on affiliate link, it will start this automations. The trigger links are created in the automations in here in the triggers right here. Okay. Next is Facebook lead form submitted. Now this is very interesting trigger because it is working on the ads form that you create in your Facebook page, and you're telling it if somebody fills any form that you're running on your Facebook page, if they submit it, grab that lead, bring it in here, and start some sort of automation. So in here, by default, you have to tell it on which page that, okay, let me take away this one. Now, on which page it is and on which form it is. Right now, it is showing us the any in here because that is the automation pages that by generic, it is after specifying these ones in here, then you can use any fields, standard fields or any custom question that you are running on your Facebook field form. But this will only work if you have connected your Facebook page in here in the integrations, and you have mapped those forms in here in the Facebook form field mapping. If the form is not mapped in here, the system will not recognize that it is submitted on the Facebook. So before using this trigger, need to integrate your Facebook page in here, connect your Facebook page in here, and also map the forms that you are running on your ads or in the Facebook, and then use this trigger and it will start to work. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Facebook, there we go. TikTok form submitted, kind of similar. Again, you have to come up in here, connect your TikTok business, and then TikTok form field mapping needs to be done. It will work. In that case, you have to tell it in the filters. Might not show us the filter because there is no TikTok form that is integrated or mapped in my account. So let me try one more time. TikTok, give me the filters. Yeah, so it is working because there is no TikTok account integrated in the integrations. And also I haven't any mapped out any TikTok forms that I would be running on my TikTok. So it's not showing you the filters, but the filters are same. You have to specify because you would be running multiple forms on the TikTok or Facebook or LinkedIn, all three of them. Because you would be running multiple forms, so you have to tell it which form they have submitted to start the automations. Let's go to the next one. Video tracking. Now, this particular trigger is interesting because what are you doing? You are tracking the progress of any person who is visiting your website where you have a video and you want to see how much of that video he has seen. And on the basis of that, you want to contact them or send them message or encourage them to watch the full video. In that case, video tracking will come in handy. But here comes the limitation. Video tracking will not work for any person who visited your site but is not part of your contacts. So he has to be first in your contacts before the video tracking would work for any particular person. That means a new person who just visited your site and you have video tracking there, it will not capture because the system doesn't know who that person is. So that person, whoever is visiting your site, should fill out some sort of form. So the system would recognize this is the person, this is David, who is going to watch my video. And then in the video tracking, you can tell it what should happen. Now look at the filters in here. And the filters in, you have to tell it in which funnel the video is, which video it is, and the next is how much percentage did he watch, like maybe 50%. So, but for this particular trigger to work, the person who is visiting your website needs to be part of your system before he can track it. So in that case, what I would suggest creating a funnel whose first page would be a form, like collecting their information, name, email, phone number, and then when they click submit, it will take them to a page where you have added a video. Now the system will track it because the person has actually filled out a form. Now, this limitation doesn't mean that the person has to fill the form every time. First thing, there is no limitation to that. Plus, he has to watch the video after filling out the form. There is no limitation into that. What that means is, let's say I filled the form today, but I watch the video tomorrow. It will still track my progress because now I am part of the sales system contacts in your account. But if I haven't filled out any form, I haven't provided you with my contact information, my contact doesn't exist in your contact, then this video tracking will not work for me who is visiting your site. So there is a limitation to this particular trigger. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next one is number validation. Now, this one is also very interesting trigger because okay, so for number validation, it's going to validate the number format. You might be asking him if it is valid or not. That means it is validating the telephone number. Okay, so if it is not valid, what should happen? You're going to send him a message. Please enter the correct number. Now, the validation number works. Generally, it works 99% of the times, but it won't work 1% of time where the person is joining your sale funnel or submitting the data from less popular country, like from Africa, for example, a country code which is not usually used. In that case, it might not work. It might give you a glitch. But our developers has added most of the countries, like I believe 150 or 60 countries are already added and validated. So every country has a different code with different number length. It will validate that. Now the filter in here, number is not valid or SMS incompatible. Both the things it is doing. Now SMS incompatible number means it may be a landline which cannot receive SMS. Now for us in US, what happened is we can receive SMS on most of our home lines. But in some countries, the local number cannot receive the SMS, only the mobile number can receive SMS. So it will verify that, and once it knows that it can receive the SMS, now you can send him the messages. If it says SMS incapable, then you can send the customer a message. Please type in a number where you can receive messages or SMS, so that you could send him his appointment reminders or any marketing message essentially. So in that particular scenario, you want to validate the number of the person who is submitting the form. Number validation trigger would be used. Let's go to the next one. The next one is messaging error SMS. You might have observed, John Pradeep, you might have observed we have a few new triggers. The number validation trigger and this particular one, messaging error SMS. These are two new triggers that we didn't discuss previously, but there we go. Messaging error SMS, what it is talking about. So what is the error code? Is any of, and then you can tell it. These are all the codes that you can tell it. If you have sent anyone any message and he receive this error message 21211, that means invalid phone number, permission to send messages not enabled for that region, invalid phone number, user replied with stop, opted out. So in any of these condition, in any of these error messages, what should happen if you want to start your automation in that particular sense? This would be your trigger. Now, if error code is empty, what that means is this is a new type of error which the system doesn't recognize now. You might want to try it one more time. In that particular scenario, this particular trigger comes in handy. Error code is empty when there is no error code provided to you. Now, if we look at in here in our conversations, and let's go to all. Okay, this is incoming call. There we go. This message was not successfully sent, and here we have an error code. Message cannot be sent with current combination to this number, to this, and there is error code 21612. If the error code is empty, then you can use this. Or if we told it, if the any message is 2161, what was the error code? 21612 612 222 21612. Oh, that is interesting. That is not here. This one is stop, and then 614. There is no 21612. That is the particular message that we have with the current combination to or from parameters. So in that particular message, our error code is empty. Is not empty. Sorry, is not empty would be used, because there is an error code, but it is not in our list. We will use it. But If we select is not empty, it will grab everyone who got the message. So below this trigger, you need to create an if else to say if it receives this message, this message, this message, this message, take it to this way. And if these recognized message error codes are not there, then take him to this and we can try to send it one more time. So that one done. Let's go to the next one. LinkedIn lead form submitted. This one is very similar to the Facebook form submitted, except it would have, again, you have to tell it on which page the form, that particular form is, and it will give you the list. First, it will show you the pages list, and then when you click on the next, after adding that particular filter, there will be another filter in here that will ask you which form it is. It only comes up if we select the correct page and the page has multiple forms on it. Then there will be another filter which will show up as which form it is on that particular page. So it is kind of very similar to the Facebook form lead forms submitted, LinkedIn lead form submitted, and they are kind of similar. Funnel and website page view. Now, this one is also interesting one. If somebody has viewed your page and we can tell it is any of the order page, and you can use the UTM parameters. You might have seen, you might have used the UTM parameters if the UTM parameters condition is fulfilled, and they have, if anybody visits this your page, what should happen. But again, here comes the limitation of this particular trigger. It will only work if the person is already in your contacts. If he's not part of your contacts, this trigger will not work because the system will not recognize who is visiting the page. So let's say if I visit John's page today and I'm not part of his contacts, the system will not know who is David or who is visiting that page. So for this particular trigger to work, the person needs to be in your contact list before it can recognize and start the automation. Next one is quiz submitted. Now in the quiz submitted, you have to tell it which is which quiz he's visiting or submitting. And again, now it is slightly different from form submitted and survey submitted. In the forms survey submitted, you saw that there was a disqualification. In the quiz submitted, the additional thing is what is his score? What score did he scored when he filled out the form? So overall quiz, overall score equals to or greater than or equal to, empty, not empty. You have all these conditions. Let's say greater than or equal to 70%. If he scores 70 in quiz 0, he would be added to this particular automation. Same goes, you can set up different criterias in here. The only additional filter in the quiz submitted is the overall score. Rest apart, if he filled out, if he accepted the terms and condition or not, that is the same filter which you saw in form submitted and in survey submitted. Next trigger is new review received. Now this one will only work if you have connected the review system. Now, what does that mean? The Google review or maybe the Facebook page review. If you have enabled that, and then you can tell it what is the review source. First thing you have to tell it, Facebook, for example. Then we can tell it in is the review spam yes or no, it's not spam, and I can tell it if the rating equals to or equal to greater than or equal to 4, then start this automation. So in that particular scenario, what will happen if somebody gives me my product review of 4 or 5, he will be added to our automation where I would be sending him a thank you email. Thank you for giving me the review. Yada, yada, yada. Here is something, something. Same scenario. If somebody gives you the review that is less than 3 or equals to 3 or less than 3, that means he's not satisfied with your product and you want to talk to him privately. Oh, I see you have submitted a review which is less than what we expect. Could you explain a bit more what was the problem that you faced with the product, or how can we uh, what can we do to improve your satisfaction level, something, something. We want to talk to that person. Here comes the new review receive trigger. You just need to tell it on which particular type uh, the review is being sent to, and the review is not spam, and then the review has 3 or less than 3 stars. So there we go. These are a few filters for the review receive. Let's select, and there we go. These are the 3 filters for review received. Okay, next and the last trigger is prospect generated. Now this one works if you are using the prospect in the conversion score. If the conversion score is any particular value, or if the source of the prospect is, and you can tell it, did he came from the in-app or is he coming through the widget? So the prospecting, if you are using the prospecting tool and a prospect is generated through that, what should happen through the automation? This trigger will start that automation. Now that we have covered the whole category of events, something is happening in the system, and then we are starting the automation. Do you have any questions for me? Oh, anyone? Jaya, John, June? Any question? Any particular trigger that you want me to explain more? Anything like that? All good. What about you, June? Do you have any question, ma'am?
Okay, because I'm very new, are you able to like demonstrate, let's say, uh, a Facebook review, right? And then I just want to have received the alert that, I want to reply to it. So how
What would be the trigger? So you would use
yeah,
this.
then the aftermath of it. Because
Yeah.
right now I'm not sure what is the aftermath. Let's say if the review is like less than 3 or less than 2, right? So how do I see that?
Okay. So
Yeah.
in your particular scenario, new review received, first filter you will use is that you have to tell it it is coming from the Facebook. Then you have to tell it that it is not a spam. And then we would say review rating equals to or less than 3. And we would save it. Now we would send an email to the customer. Now, can we directly send the email to the person who has reviewed our product on the Facebook? No, we cannot, because we don't have his email address. The very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna send him a message and we would request him to give us the email. Let's assume that we have his email address, then we would be sending him an email, and that email would be something like, okay, tell me how can I improve my my quality or product or your experience, something like that. And then uh, that then there would be another automation that would be based on this reply to this particular action, and from that you can request him, okay, if you are satisfied now, please change your review to a better rating, yada yada. That will improve your overall rating on your social media. That means on your Facebook and on the Google review. Those are the two very important places where we gather our leads. Essentially, Facebook and Google rating plays very important role in generating more leads. So using this particular trigger and then sending the email to the customer actually resolves that. I hope you got my I hope you understood what I was trying to explain. June, are you satisfied, ma'am?
Yes. Yes. But I was like thinking, if let's say if I were to click on the, I mean, if it's like someone come from Facebook, right? So which means that this person has to be in my Facebook account in my
No.
contact.
The review that a person would give you, they can, if anybody who is not in your Facebook contact, still he comes up on your Facebook, and when he gives the review, it automatically maps to his account, which is captured by the sale process. No worries there. Can be anybody.
Oh, okay.
Because if I want to give anybody review on the Facebook, I have to use my Facebook account to log in, and then I can post the review. I cannot post the review anonymously. So when I log in, now if I type something, it will be said that David gave that review. Now the Facebook knows which David he is, and the sales system knows that particular David, and you're sending that David the message, okay, I'm sorry, your review was bad, your experience was bad, or your experience was good. So what can we do, or something like that, Okay,
Okay. All right. Thanks.
great. Thank you. Jaya, do you have any question, ma'am? Excellent. So everybody all good? I like that. Uh, okay, so let's talk about what should be the homework. The homework is gonna be use one of these triggers, the events, the category events trigger, these ones. One of these triggers, we don't need to use the inbound webhook. Don't use the premium one. I don't encourage that. But if you want to, you can use one of these triggers and take a screenshot with its filters, and write one or two line below why you are using that particular trigger and what is the scenario, and post it in our Facebook group with the hashtag sale process win to show us how you are using these triggers to enhance your business generation or lead generation or sales or anything. Okay, so that's all about it, about the event trigger. So this month we would be covering the automations. So this particular month, the whole of the June month, on the Mondays, I would be going to automations in 5 parts. The last one is invoicing. Okay, let me see the invoicing. This one. And yeah, maybe in the first week of July as well, we might be talking about Shopify, IVR, and these ones too. But this week it was the events trigger. Next week is gonna be appointments and opportunities, and next week next to that is going to be affiliate and courses, so on and so forth. The whole of the month of June, we would be talking about the triggers. After the triggers is done, we would be then going to each and every action, so you guys become expert in automations. John, the homework is use one of the triggers from the events and show us which filters you have used. Write one line or two line explaining why you have used these particular filters and the trigger with the hashtag sale process win. Put it in the Facebook group. Okay. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday, and we'll be continuing our automations next. And tomorrow we would be talking about, in 2x conversions, we would be talking about the memberships and how we can use the dashboard, the products and offers. How do we create courses for our customers? So see you guys tomorrow, and for the automations next week. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.